Hey folks, Daily Landsblog here for the 29th of December, 2017. Wow, time flies. Not really overly philosophical there. Ooh, all of a sudden, wow, time's really flying. But it doesn't always fly because sometimes when you're struggling, it just seems to go by so slowly. I wanted to talk to you about a friend of mine who has been struggling, and she's been going back to work for an hour a day. And I said to her, you should be really proud of yourself. And she said, that's really hard to do because, I look at everybody else and everybody else is going to work for 8 hours a day or whatever it is, and I'm going for 1 hour. And I realize how tough it is when you're struggling with depression and anxiety. How tough it is to celebrate the whole idea of proud of the shower, your small accomplishments in other people's eyes and big in yours. And it's like you got to change the whole scale. It's no longer an 8-hour workday. It's a 1-hour workday. And if you go for that 1 hour, then in essence, you have worked the full day because your standard is different than everybody else. And it's so hard for everybody else to understand. It's so hard. I mean, I read over the last day all kinds of messages to our Facebook account, people saying, I tell people I can't do something because of my depression or anxiety. I don't hear that. Do you hear that, Case?
Yeah.
No, I don't hear anything. And they'll react in a certain way like, hey, all of us have problems like... Okay, he settled down. Yeah.
Don't disturb him.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, sweetie. Sorry that I may have acted like I didn't want you to talk. Anyway, so what I'm saying is that... What was I saying, Case? Is this going nowhere?
No, it was going somewhere.
Were you liking it?
Yeah.
It was pretty good.
You gotta change the scale.
Yeah, you gotta change the scale. So it's like, well, you say, your standard has got to be measured only by your standard, and that is it. So stop looking at the 8-hour workday. Stop looking at how other people live their lives and measure yours against them. That's not the way it works. So look at it this way. If you had an artificial leg and you had to walk with a real limp and it was a real struggle for you to, you would not do the 100 meters and say, oh my gosh, I'm 20 seconds behind the world record. You would measure it on your own standard and you would say, wow, I just went 100 meters in 30 seconds. Good for me. And tomorrow I'm going to do 29 seconds. So the scale has to change. I know how tough that is because when you're struggling, you beat yourself up and it's really hard to celebrate. But I'm going to keep telling you, be proud of the shower. Be proud of that small thing in other people's eyes that is massive to you. So 1 hour a day at work, that's awesome. Congratulations. SickNotWeak.com, 24 hours a day. 364 days a year.
Is it though?
Is it really? I don't know. Are we going to take off a day or are we going to bank it for next year? Think of how next year will be just so luxurious. 2 days off next year. I'm going to go with that, I think.